my friends. Welcome back to SEP, Slow English Podcast. I'm Grace, and today I want to talk with you about something that worries many English learners. It's about accent. Many people ask me, Grace, do I need a perfect British accent? Or should I sound like an American? Or, my accent is terrible. Will people understand me? These are very common questions, and I understand why people worry. When you hear native speakers on TV, in movies, or on podcasts, they sound so natural, so smooth. And then you listen to yourself, and you think, oh no, I sound different. My accent is bad. But let me tell you something important. Your accent is not bad. Your accent is just different, and different is okay. In this episode, I will explain why accent is not as important as you think. I will show you what really matters when you speak English. Let's begin. First, let's understand what accent means. An accent is the way you pronounce words. It's the sound of your voice when you speak. Every person has an accent. Yes, every single person. Even native speakers have accents. Think about this. A person from London sounds different from a person from New York. A person from Australia sounds different from a person from Scotland. They are all native speakers, but they all have different accents. So there is no such thing as one correct English accent. There are many accents, and they are all correct. Your accent shows where you come from. It shows your background, your culture, your identity. When I speak, people can hear that I learned English as a second language, and that's okay. That's part of who I am. Many English learners feel stress about their accent. They want to sound like a native speaker. They want people to think, wow, your English is perfect. But here is the truth. Most people do not care about your accent. They care about understanding you. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are in a shop in London. You ask the shopkeeper, "Excuse me, where is the milk?" Maybe your accent is not British. Maybe you pronounce some words differently. But the shopkeeper understands you. They point to the milk. You say, "Thank you." The conversation is successful. That is what matters. Communication is not about sounding perfect. Communication is about being clear. It's about sharing your message so people can understand. If people understand you, your English is working. Some learners spend too much time trying to copy native speakers. They listen to British podcasts for hours. They practice the American R sound again and again. They feel frustrated because they still don't sound exactly like a native speaker. This is called perfectionism, and perfectionism can be dangerous for learning. Why? Because it makes you afraid. You think, my accent is not good enough, so I won't speak. And if you don't speak, you don't practice. If you don't practice, you don't improve. It's a cycle, a loop. I have met many learners with very good English. They know grammar, They know vocabulary, but they are too shy to speak because they worry about their accent. This is such a waste. Your knowledge is inside you, but if you don't use it, what's the point? Let me be very clear. Having a strong accent is not a problem. Being afraid to speak because of your accent, that is the problem. So, if accent is not the most important thing, what is? The answer is clarity. Clarity means people can understand you easily. Clarity comes from a few things: pronunciation, stress, rhythm, and confidence. Let's talk about pronunciation first. Pronunciation is how you say individual sounds and words. You don't need perfect pronunciation, but you need clear pronunciation. For example, if you say tree, but it sounds like free, people might be confused. If you say think, but it sounds like sink, the meaning changes. So, yes, pronunciation is important, but you don't need to sound like a native speaker. You just need to be clear enough so people understand the word you're trying to say. Next is stress. In English, we stress certain syllables in words, and we stress certain words in sentences. For example, the word record can be a noun or a verb. If I say record, it's a noun. If I say record, it's a verb. Stress changes meaning. When you speak, if your stress is correct, people will understand you better, even if your accent is different. Stress is more important than accent. Let me say that again. Stress is more important than accent. Then we have rhythm. English has a natural rhythm. Some words are strong, some words are weak. Native speakers don't say every word with the same power. They make some words louder and longer, and some words softer and shorter. If you can match this rhythm even a little bit, your English will sound more natural. And people will find it easier to listen to you. Rhythm helps clarity. Finally, confidence. This is huge. When you speak with confidence, people listen. They trust you. Even if you make small mistakes, even if your accent is strong, confidence makes a big difference. Think about famous people who speak English with an accent. Actors, politicians, scientists, business leaders. Many of them have strong accents, but they speak with confidence, and people respect them. People listen to them. Why? Because they focus on their message, not their accent. Let me share something with you. English is a global language. Today, more people speak English as a second language than as a first language. That means most English speakers in the world have an accent. In international business, in airports, in universities, you will hear English spoken with Indian accents, Chinese accents, Arabic accents, Spanish accents, and many more. This is normal. This is the reality of English today. Native speakers are used to hearing different accents. If you speak clearly, they will understand you. And if they don't understand, they will ask you to repeat. That's okay. That's part of communication. Also, remember this. native speakers don't always understand each other perfectly. A person from Scotland might speak very fast with a thick accent, and a person from the United States might ask, "Sorry, can you repeat that?" Accents can be challenging for everyone, not just learners.
Now, I don't want you to think I'm saying never work on your accent. Don't care at all. That's not my message. If you want to improve your accent, that's great. It can be a fun goal. It can help you feel more confident. But, and this is important, don't let accent stop you from speaking. Don't wait for a perfect accent before you start using English. That day will never come. You will always have some accent. That's natural. Instead, focus on these things. First, work on your clarity. Make sure people can understand you. Practice difficult sounds. Practice word stress. Practice sentence rhythm. These things will help you more than trying to copy a native speaker exactly. Second, listen to different accents. Don't just listen to British English or American English. Listen to English from around the world. This will train your ear, and it will show you that there are many ways to speak English. Third, speak as much as possible. Find language partners. Talk to yourself. Record your voice. The more you speak, the more natural your English will become. Your accent might not change much, but your fluency will improve. And fluency is more important than accent. My friends, I want you to remember this. Your accent is part of you. It's part of your story. Don't hide it. Don't feel ashamed of it. Speak with pride. Speak with confidence. The goal of learning English is not to sound like someone else. The goal is to communicate, to share your ideas, to connect with people, to open doors in your life. If people understand you, your English is good enough. So, should you care about your accent? A little bit, yes. Care enough to be clear, but don't care so much that it stops you from speaking. Don't let perfectionism steal your progress. Remember, English is a tool. A tool is useful when you use it, not when you keep it in a box because it's not shiny enough. Your English is already useful. Start using it today. Before we finish, let me give you some practical tips. If you want to improve your clarity and feel more confident, here are some things you can do. First, record yourself speaking. Listen to the recording. Can you understand yourself? If yes, other people probably can too. If no, think about what you can improve. Maybe you speak too fast. Maybe you need clearer consonants. Second, shadow native speakers. Play a video or podcast and repeat what they say at the same time. Don't focus on copying their accent perfectly. Focus on their rhythm, their stress, their intonation. This is shadowing, and it really helps. Third, read out loud every day, even for 5 minutes. Reading out loud trains your mouth, your tongue, your brain. It makes speaking feel more natural. Fourth, don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Every time you make a mistake and correct it, you get stronger. Every time you speak, even with an accent, you build confidence. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of SEP,
Slow English Podcast. I'm Grace. I hope this episode helped you feel more relaxed about your accent. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be clear and confident. Believe in yourself. Believe in your voice. Your accent is not a problem. Your accent is part of what makes you unique. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep believing in your progress. Even 5 minutes of speaking practice today is better than staying silent because you're worried about. Remember, communication is more important than perfection. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.